I'm going to show you Canva's little secret. It will improve your design workflow and make life so much easier. So I am in an Instagram post and I just have a frame of this little cutie with cotton candy. I want you to go up to File, down to View Settings, and there's some fun things here. So the first thing I want to show you is Show Rulers and Guides, and the shortcut is Shift and hold down R. So I can click this and my ruler just popped up, or I can hold down Shift and R and it takes it away and has it come back again. So how that's going to help you with your designing is if you can look off to the ruler on the side here and there's the dark shadow, that's going to help you line that up exactly to where you want it to be. So now I have it between 250 and 50. So if I want to measure exactly the size of something. The other thing is you can see the width and height as you change that. And up top here, this ruler, you can see the shadowing change. So let's go back up to File, to View Settings again, and we're going to take the rulers away. This time we're going to do Add Guides. So now you can go through and it will give you 12 columns, 6 columns, or a 3x3 grid. So if I wanted to do the grid, click Add Guides. Now I have a grid to work with for my design. But with this Instagram post and the element I chose, it's just not quite what I'm looking for. So I'm going to go back again to File, View Settings, Add Guides, and I'm going to do Custom. So this time I want to have, let's do 5 columns would be this way, and then rows is this way. So let's do 10 rows. This is how much gap is in between here. Here's 18 pixels, and I don't have any gap there. So let's adjust that a little bit. Let's make it 10 and make that one 10. Add Guides. So now I have even gap. I can size this into each one. Control D. Move it over here equally. You can also use your rulers if you want. Then those guides that Canva has built in pop up. Now watch this. Because I went from this element, did Control D, dragged it over here, it now has memory. Control D again, Control D, Control D. It's not always perfect. You might have to do a little bit of readjusting. This helps you see the 53 in between each one of these is showing that those are equal, but they don't quite fit the grid right. So I can select the first one, hold down Shift, select, 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 select. Now I can maneuver them and size them to where it's just a little bit more consistent within that grid. Then you can also select again, hold down Shift, select all of them. Now this is a group. I can do Control D, drag the group down, size that in there. And now I do Control D again, and it's going to go all the way down. Again, it's not a perfect solution because as it went down, it's off a little, but that just means I wasn't quite right up here. But you get the idea, and it can absolutely go in there and be perfected, and now it looks like a bunch of stickers. But I can also hold down the left mouse key, select all of this. It is now an entire group. I can go in and do some sizing. This is what's called snapping. When it pops in to a certain place or pops into a guide. If you don't want to, let me show you this. Let's get out of it. I'm going to select just this one. Now sometimes it'll just pop in somewhere and you don't really want it that way. You want some freedom and not have the snapping on. You can hold down Control while you pull and see how much more fluid that is. It can really help me lock in exactly where I want, where sometimes the snapping, see, like if you see the numbers there, let's say I'm trying to hit 170. And it just snaps and doesn't let me. Hold down Control and I can absolutely go one at a time here. So we've talked about show rulers and guides, adding guides and how you can customize them in columns or rows. I can go in and clear my guides. Now I want to show the margins. So if you are working on creating a journal for digital product download, putting that margin in will help you stay right within here. Then go back to File again, View Settings. This is going to show your print bleed. So that's that outer edge that if you take this document to the printer, that is going to be where you want to make sure you keep your content inside of that line. So there are lots of different ways to get your elements to line up, be straight, work on a grid. I've shown this one before. Let's get rid of all of these. Let's throw these around. So here's my top one. Here's my bottom one. I'm going to select them all, go to position, tidy up. So that is multiple ways of working with rulers, guides, creating grid style, evenly spaced out, duplicating your elements. I hope you enjoyed it and it inspires you for your designs.